You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
Well, Black and White Sports fans, Rhodes, you put up a video on the football channel a couple of days ago about the Kansas City Chiefs.
Last Thursday maybe is when I put the video up that there would be a meeting of the minds today to discuss how serious was Kansas really about getting the Chiefs.
Yeah. Well, apparently they're dead serious. Now, just in case people don't know, Kansas City is right next to the Kansas border.
Right.
So
right.
It's kind of like, the New York Jets and Giants. They play 5 miles away from New York City.
Right. Another example would be Texarkana, Texas, Texarkana, Arkansas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That kind of thing.
There's literally a highway in Texarkana that one lane of the highway is Texas. The other lane coming back the other way is Arkansas. I kid you not.
Well, where I grew up in Beaumont, man, I mean, what separates Louisiana from Texas is the Sabine River. That's it.
Right.
Crossover.
Right.
You're right there in Louisiana.
Right. Well, I grew up on Caddo Lake. You can actually get on the lake and get into Louisiana from Texas without, you can just take a boat.
Yep.
Across the lake and you're there.
Yep. But apparently it seems like I don't know if it's a city council or whatever, some county in Kansas City, they said, nah, we don't want to fund repairs or whatever to Arrowhead.
It was Jackson County, and they voted.
Okay.
They took it to the people. The people had a chance to vote.
It was soundly rejected.
On a 3/8 sales tax increase, 3/8 of a cent. 3/8 of a cent. And the citizens said, nah, we're not paying for your stadium.
Yeah.
So
and you know what? I want to be honest, man. I don't blame them for saying, hey, why in the world should we actually pay for the stadium? I don't understand this. A lot of these stadiums, they're funded by taxpayers instead of the teams. A huge chunk of it is. I never got that.
The thought process is between the infrastructure and the business that it's going to create and the jobs. That's why you go ahead and fund it as a taxpayer.
Yeah,
because
I never liked that.
It's going to bring employment. It's going to bring money to certain districts in the city. Yada yada yada. So there are benefits that come back towards citizens for having done that. It's all just depends on where your priorities are as a voter, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so. Well, guess what? It is official. The Kansas City Chiefs are bolting Missouri for the state of Kansas. Let's get into it, Rhodes. Here we go. Right here, this is on the Kansas City Star. Kansas City Chiefs will announce move to Kansas to build new stadium, according to sources. Now, this is going to be a $2 billion stadium. How long have the Chiefs actually been at Arrowhead?
Since 70, if I'm right, I think it's 73. I think it's 73. Now I'm just throwing, I'm just trying to remember it, but I think it's 73.
Yeah. The Kansas City Chiefs have informed administrative officials that they will announce their move to Kansas today. According to sources who asked not to be named because they are not authorized to speak publicly on the matter. The move is pending the expected approval of top Kansas lawmakers who are meeting today in Topeka to discuss the proposal. The Chiefs have played at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, Missouri since 1972. So I believe you said somewhere in the 70s. You're right.
Yeah, I was off 1 year.
Yeah. And it's been home to the birth of a recent football dynasty. Their current lease expires after the 2030 season. The sizing decision comes after a year and a half of the Kansas City Chiefs playing Kansas. Half of the Chiefs playing Kansas and Missouri officials, that's what they're talking about, off each other to secure the most favorable stadium deal. The move is likely to send shockwaves across the Chiefs' home state of Missouri, where officials have routinely touted ongoing negotiations to keep the team inside state lines. and this is what you just brought up here. In April 2024, Jackson County voters rejected the 40-year extension of a local sales tax that would have funded a new Royal Stadium and major renovations at Arrowhead Stadium. When the ballot question was rejected, Kansas officials seized the opportunity to make their own pitch. So, man, what they're saying here, that new stadium is going to cost like $3 billion.
Yeah, they came very hard and heavy. The politicians over in Kansas, I mean, it was a full steam ahead, full court press. They saw their opportunity and they went for it to grab the Chiefs and bring it up. By the way, this may open the door. The Royals are part of this too, potentially.
Yeah.
That's where, so there's a chance that the Kansas City Royals could follow suit in all of this. So because they want both teams. Kansas does.
Yeah. And I'm assuming that they're going to be in Kansas City, Kansas. I believe it's only they're only what, 3, 4, or 5 miles apart, something like that.
Probably. So and a lot of times why they do this. Here's the thought process for owners. I would assume, and this is going to be kind of weird too. And it's going to be weird when the Chicago Bears. They're
probably going to move to Indiana.
There's Indiana talk up there, although I still think Arlington Heights, which is actually just a suburb of Chicago, may end up getting that. But what's going on is they're creating these entertainment districts around these stadiums, okay? Which means there's going to be a bunch of businesses that spring up around these stadiums. This is kind of akin to, the Niners are in Santa Clara now. They're not in San Francisco anymore.
Yeah.
The Patriots are in Foxborough. They're like 40 minutes outside of Boston.
They're pretty far away.
Yeah. So, I mean, the next Cleveland Stadium is going to be a site away from where they're at now. The next Chicago Bears Stadium going to be a site away. Even if they went to Arlington Heights, it's like 35 minutes out there from where they are now.
And we talked about the Houston Texans. They want a new stadium, but I don't think Harris County is actually going to give them. So they may have to look at Brazoria County or something like that, Pearland area, if they actually want a new stadium. Because Harris County, looking at NRG, that stadium's only 23 years old.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I think about NRG and it feels like it's relatively new, even though I guess it's not.
It looks spectacular, man. That's a very, very nice looking stadium.
Yeah. I can remember David Carr.
Yeah. Remember Astroworld used to be right across the street. I used to go to Astroworld all the time when I was a kid.
Yeah. And of course, before that the Oilers played in the Astrodome. So,
which is right next door and it's still standing. And it's costing a whole bunch of money just for it to stand right there. It looks so tiny.
Do they not have events there anymore?
No. They used to have the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo, but they moved that to NRG now. But the thing is, I believe with the Astrodome, man, it's so iconic that, remember, it was like the first, they call it the eighth wonder of the world.
I was going to say it was the something wonder of the world. I remember that. I just didn't know what. Yeah.
NRG is like twice the size of it. That's wild? How big it is.
Isn't that wild?
Yeah. And the Texans want to leave.
Yeah.
They want a new stadium. I think they want a new practice facility too. Like in Katy or somewhere like that, maybe Pearland.
Well, the Cowboys practice facility is in Frisco.
And they play in Arlington.
They're about to have a bowl game there, by the way.
Yeah.
Where the Cowboys, where that Cowboys facility is up there.
And you want to know another advantage also about the Chiefs getting a new stadium? We know when these teams get new stadiums, what do they get? The Super Bowl.
Well, exactly. It allows them to host events. This is exactly why these owners are doing this. They want all of these other events to be able to be in their buildings during the winter. And that can't happen right now. So
now I'm wondering, is this going to be a dome stadium? Because if you want a Super Bowl,
I would guess it will be a dome stadium.
Yeah.
Which is, it's kind of sad because it's hard to think about the Browns, the Bears, and the Chiefs all playing indoors because think about it, we just had a playoff game. What was it, 3 years ago or 2 years ago, where the weather was part of the story of the game, a major story.
Yeah.
Because remember, we did videos. Chiefs fans had frostbite, had to go to the hospital after that game.
You remember that story about those? We did videos on those 3 guys that were actually at a party of Kansas City Chiefs fans. They froze to death.
Yeah, in their backyard. Yeah,
yeah. I would actually think that that it would be a dome stadium because the NFL definitely wants all these events, and there's a bunch of people around. When the Super Bowl was out here in Houston, I went down there to Discovery Green.
Yeah,
it was a lot of fun. A lot of people down there as well. Kind of hard to do all that in a snowstorm.
Well, and the Super Bowl brings a ton of money to the area.
It does.
Because part of this, and like it goes back to the sales tax, part of this is new hotels, new restaurants, new insert, somebody will open a Dave & Buster's down the road. Just all Top Golf, all that stuff will start building around that stadium, and they'll make a lot of money. There'll be a lot of jobs there because of it,
Yeah.
So,
So wow. They have the guys.
Think about this.
What?
Chiefs aren't in the playoffs. Patrick Mahomes out for the season, ACL. Travis Kelce looks like he's done. There's a couple of other veterans on the team that it's like the entire franchise is having this random 3-week reckoning after a dynasty,
Yeah.
all at the same time. It's pretty wild that all this is happening at once.
Exactly. So they have, guys, the Kansas City Chiefs are going to be announcing they're bolting to Kansas, leaving Missouri after 50 plus years there. So that's going to be an interesting announcement. I don't know what time they're actually going to be announcing it. It's probably going to be pretty soon, next few hours or so. So anything else, Rhodes?
Negative, Ghost Rider. Pattern's full.
Peace, we're out.
Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.